Maddie's Me Bag, written by Laura Heitert, illustrated by Romney Vasquez. It's group time, Mrs. Leslie announced to her class. I'm sharing my me bag. What's a me bag? Asked Bobby. I'm going to take things out of this bag and tell you why each is important to me, said Mrs. Leslie. This is the bag I carry to the gym. I packed my special items in it because I enjoy going there before school. Exercise gives me the energy I need to keep up with all of you. This is the purple pencil I use to write my mystery stories, said Mrs. Leslie. The children had never heard of a teacher who wrote mystery stories, especially with a purple pencil. This is a photo of my family, she continued. Then she told her students about Mr. Leslie and their Dalmatians, Bud and Abby, who liked to bark at the mirror and fetch sticks. Will we share a me bag? Asked Kay. Yes, but first I need to explain the best part, said Mrs. Leslie. She held up a piece of paper that said, You are very special because... After you share your me bag, each student will write a note explaining why you are special. I'll give all of the notes to you to take home. Mrs. Leslie reached into a plastic cup filled with popsicle sticks and drew the first name. The first person to share their me bag next week will be Maddie. The students all turned to Maddie, wishing it had been them. Maddie sighed. Am I the only one who doesn't want to turn with a me bag? She wondered. When Maddie got home that day, she found her mom in the kitchen. Hi, Maddie. How was your day? Mrs. Elgin asked. Do you want an apple or one cookie for your snack? Maddie desperately wanted a cookie, her all-time favorite food, but she knew that she would be hungry long before dinner if she ate such a small snack. An apple, please. Mrs. Elgin weighed a shiny red apple and found it was exactly 6 ounces, the perfect size for Maddie's snack. Do you have homework this weekend? Asked Mrs. Elgin. Yes, I'll show you, Maddie replied. Maddie unzipped her backpack and looked inside. Here's my assignment book. Me bag due next Friday, Mrs. Elgin read aloud. What's a me bag? Maddie described the treasures Mrs. Leslie brought to class that day. That sounds fun, Mrs. Elgin said. You're lucky to be the first student. Maddie gazed down at her scuffed-up tennis shoes. What's wrong? Asked Mrs. Elgin. I don't want to bring a me bag, said Maddie. I have nothing special to put in it. Mrs. Elgin took her daughter's hand and led her into her bedroom. Maddie, you are a special girl. You are smart, kind, pretty, and you always do your best. But most of all, you are the sweetest person I know. Maddie smiled. She liked when her mom told her that she was sweet. It was their special little joke because Maddie had to be careful about eating sugar because of her diabetes. Diabetes is just a tiny part of you, said Mrs. Elgin, like a grain of sand on the beach. Let's talk about all the ways you can tell your classmates about yourself. Will you help me think of what to put in my me bag? Maddie asked. Let's talk about it during our walk. The next Friday morning, Maddie walked into the classroom, relieved that her special day had arrived. Maddie sat in the big rocking chair, ready to share her me bag. This is my me bag, Maddie began. This bag is special because I pack it for trips or when I spend the night at someone's house. It was also the bag I took to the hospital with me last summer. That's when we found out I had diabetes and the doctors helped me feel better. Bobby's hand shot up. What's diabetes? It's when your pancreas doesn't work the right way. Maddie pulled a syringe out of her me bag. I use this to inject insulin. I do my best to make healthy eating choices. I eat low amounts of sugar and carbohydrates. I keep track of the carbohydrates in foods and drinks because they turn into sugar in my body. Is that why you're always eating in class? Asked Kim. Yes, I had a meeting with a dietitian. She helped me figure out what foods are the healthiest for me to eat. Maddie pulled out her testing kit out of the me bag. Before I eat, I check my blood sugar level with this testing kit. I'll show you how it works. Maddie put the testing strip into the glucometer. She pushed the button and the needle inside stuck her finger. She put the blood onto the testing strip. After a few seconds, the glucometer showed her blood sugar level. The number tells me how my body is using the food that I'm eating, said Maddie. Right now it's 95. My goal is for my blood sugar reading to be between 80 and 120. Maddie pulled out a beaded bracelet that she had removed from her wrist before the presentation. This is the medical alert bracelet I wear all the time. If I am sick and I can't tell someone I need help, they'll know I have diabetes. Patrick raised his hand. Is diabetes dangerous? It can be. It isn't contagious. But once someone has diabetes, they have it forever. That's why I take good care of myself. I have regular checkups with my doctor. I have to get my eyes, feet, teeth, and gums checked. Maddie took out a pair of running shoes from her me bag. Exercise is important for everyone, especially for people with diabetes. My mom and I walk or jog after school, and my dad goes with me on the weekends. I check my blood sugar before and after I exercise. Maddie took out a roll of her favorite candy. When my blood sugar level is low, I need to get sugar into my body. The quickest way is to eat this candy or drink a small glass of orange juice or milk. I can tell when my blood sugar is getting low because I feel dizzy. Can you tell if your blood sugar is too high? Asked Bobby. Maddie nodded. If it's too high, I get thirsty and tired. I can take insulin to lower it. It's bad for people with diabetes to let their blood sugar levels stay high. Noticing that some students looked worried, Maddie reassured them. I'm okay. I can do everything you can. I just have to make sure I have all the supplies I need to feel well. When I spend the night at a friend's house or go to the beach with my family, I pack this bag with all of my tools, snacks, and candy. There are also other things that aren't related to diabetes that are special to me. Maddie showed them a pair of swimming goggles, a trophy from a soccer tournament, and her favorite doll. Everyone clapped for Maddie when she finished. Her presentation was a success. When the students were finished writing their notes to Maddie, Mrs. Leslie gave them to Maddie. At recess, Maddie read her special notes. Maddie liked the note from Bobby. She didn't think of herself as brave. She was used to giving herself shots. It says, "You are very special because you are so brave to give yourself shots every day, Bobby." Sorry for the blurriness. Maddie couldn't believe Caitlin wanted to walk with her. Most of her friends went home and played video games or watched TV. How fun it would be to have a walking friend. You're good at exercising. Can I come over after school and walk with you? Caitlin. Mrs. Leslie's note made Maddie grin. The student had become the teacher. You taught me and the whole class about diabetes, Miss Leslie. The handwriting on the last note looked familiar. You are very special because. Maddie, I am proud of you. You will always be the sweetest person I know. Love, Mom. Maddie smiled. She always felt better when her mom made that joke. The end. There's a glossary, diabetes, insulin, carbohydrates, dietitian, testing kit, blood sugar/blood sugar level, glucometer, medical alert bracelet, contagious. About the author. That's the end.